Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. And I'm here to do a general collective read. Hopefully you've all had a beautiful day. It's been an okay day for me. Yeah, I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. The energy is all over the place. It's a little difficult to pinpoint, okay? Certain things, so it's going to be coming at us from different angles today. I tried. I don't know how many of these reads I'm going to post today because they are all over the place. I apologize, but I am trying. Just know that you can switch the genders and the roles if you're new, and it's a timeless read. It's for whenever you come here, okay? Thank you for being here. I love you guys so very much. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss with the collective, please? Thank you. Echo. Okay, there's an echo in here. Ego check. Interactions are forcing you to confront your own ego. It was in reverse, so somebody doesn't want to confront their own ego. They don't want to check their ego at the door. You know what I'm saying? That's the overarching energy. Bottom of the deck, unmasking motives. Oh, you're ripping somebody's face mask off. Congratulations. Some people's true motives begin to serve as underlying energy. Somebody's going to have an ego unalive here. Ripping off their mask. Supportive circle is involved. You will encounter people who truly care and support you. And they're going to help you expose. Now that the lies are exposed here, somebody is being exposed for what they did to you. The truth will eventually be exposed. And you're being supported. Congratulations. That mask is being torn off. Public exposure. You put up boundaries, and they're being forced to respect your boundaries. You're authentic. Okay, they can't handle that. Every read I've done so far has to do with narcissist. Okay, so chances are you were dealing with a narky poo, who can't mind their own business and try to destroy you because they don't have a life of their own. Pulling out this deck, this came out. This is not part of the deck. Drama king or queen. Yeah, that sounds about right. Put that away. Put it right where it belongs. So we have ego check and reverse. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Oh, they want your crown. Ownership, mastership, top level. Somebody got played. They wanted your crown. You're being crowned. Maybe they play with your crown chakra. I don't know. They want to be known as the best. They want to be seen as the best, the prettiest, the most handsomest, the smartest, the most talented, the richest, the sexiest. I don't know. Somebody got played here. Manipulation, lies, and control. So instead of being crowned the king or queen, they're getting crowned the court jester. Court jester. Fucking court clown. Copycat. Yeah, you're copying you. Doppelganger. Wanted to be you. I got this in the last read. So somebody's being unmasked. They were doing something, impersonating you. They know they effed up. They know they effed up. Oh yeah, they know they did. They created a bunch of chaos and drama. Somebody's getting kicked to the curb, or this is somebody you kicked to the curb in the past. Somebody's keeping a promise here. Somebody's investigating, looking into something. Congratulations. Something to do with a photograph. They were using some of your photos to make it look like you were doing stuff you shouldn't have been doing, to make it look like you're toxic. Somebody's getting an ego check, like I said. They're comparing these, okay? They're comparing the true you, to whatever they were trying to build here. You're too emotional, intelligent, or this investigator is. Somebody's tired of the drama. Somebody wants to fight you. They want to fight. They want you to fight them. Claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. Yeah, they want you to compete and fight with them. Keeping you a secret, or keeping secrets from you. Somebody got caught up. They don't want to hear it. Something to do. They don't want to hear it. They could have been impersonating you, your work, what you do for a living, earning money off your work. It could be off your creations, copying your work. This could be, I can't even think of the word. I'll get back to it. But they're copying your work, livelihood, making money off your creations and whatever you do here. This is a hater. Burning or deleting evidence. You can't get rid of it. They're putting on a show here. Quite the show. Yeah. So they're breaking a contract, but this is your intellectual property. There we go. There we go. They were trying to harvest from you. They got caught up. They don't want to hear it. So I do know that there is an investigation. People stealing your work, stealing your money. It could be an inheritance. It could be anything. They really tried to bury you. In the last read, it was an ex. Before they could really get their talons in you, you got up and left, and basically they had egg on their face. Okay, you hurt their ego or their pride, and they want to get it even with you. So they went all out. They tried to affect every part of your life as payback. You know what I mean? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you be smarter than me? How dare you get away from me? How dare you leave? I don't like this energy. Ego check in reverse. Crown getting played. Shadow. They're in their shadow. The other side coexist. Reverse side. They have a third party or somebody that was pretending to be you, trying to make you look like you're a whore selling your ass, trying to make it look like you have addictions. You're a gold digger, a cloud chaser. I don't know what they're trying to make. There's an investigation. I can't make it up. Stealing your work, trying to dry up your money. Investigation, explore, search. They thought they were so bright. There's a hole. There's holes here, okay? They're not being supported. They could have stolen some homes, mortgage fraud, something like that. Somebody's under suspicion. Vigilance, hostility, and jealousy. It's a whirlwind here. And this reminds me of like a paintbrush, right? Like paint strokes. So they're trying to stroke you with a very wide brush, make you look a certain way. Yeah, a rose. Your name could be Rose. Passionate love, thorns and short. Madness. They could say you're crazy, unspeakable, ancient, and chaos. They brought chaos into the world. They could be crazy. They might be descending into madness here. They could have summoned something ancient. Or you're getting your flowers here. I mean, the rose represents love, right? This is driving them crazy that you're being supported. You're getting your flowers. You're still loving. This is driving them crazy. They wanted to drive you crazy, make you look crazy. Forgotten person. This came out yesterday. Core past an old friend. It's an old friend that fought. An old friend might be at the heart of this. You're not looking back. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, but it's just everywhere. So we have ego check in reverse, crown, getting played, and shadow. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Thank you. Oh, I just fell. Somebody held a grudge against you because you left them before they could enact any kind of, get anything out of you. I mean, I'm sure they got something out of you, but I'm picking up. This was a love bomber hired to destabilize you, to make you look a certain way. They could have tried to infect you with STDs, attachments to you. They were doing black magic on you, trying to make you look crazy. Hitting you with black magic, playing, gaslighting you all at once, you know, not just them, but everybody was in on it. Something to do with an investment or an inheritance. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get all of these back up here. So they held a grudge against you because you left before they can get this done. You hurt their ego because they told everybody how great they were. Yeah, preach of trust. They told everybody how good of a hitman or woman they were. Yeah, they got committed here, okay? They committed themselves to doing something and they didn't get a chance to do it. This is a creep. They're guilty, or they're trying to make you look guilty of something, of neglect. Codependent. They're facing an eviction. There's a fight. They're a con artist, okay? Humiliation, wrath of God. They caused a lot of pain. They're in pain. A lot of accusations here. You're on your life purpose. So they might be trying to take you off your life purpose. Manipulations here. Copycat, can't make this up. So they're copying your work. They're a clown, though. Making a mockery out of your work here. Breach of ethics. They have to settle with you, or somebody's settling. Child or children. There aren't like child or children. Reputation. An adult child could be involved behind this. If there's life insurance or an inheritance, they stand to profit from this. They could have hired these people to do it. Hex and curse you. Confirmation bias. It's false, okay? There's going to be an apology. I'm so sorry. They're inexperienced. So they said they could do this. They're a hitman or woman with spirituality or, I don't know, physical, always high and drunk here. They got mental illness. There's a breakup. Or maybe that's what they said about you, and that's why they're involved with organized crime. So they're bringing down a lot of other groups. They're two-faced. They're going to be arrested. They targeted you. You're healing. The angels are surrounding you. They have low self-esteem. They're confidence men or women, and or they hate the fact that you're very confident, and they burnt bridges with you. They had ulterior motives and an agenda. Again, manipulation. Something to do with an engagement. Witches and warlocks. There we go. North Node. That's why none of it's working. This is a narc. Narky poo. They thought it was funny. They partnered up to do this. It was all one-sided against you. This theft. Okay? They partnered up with maybe... You outrank these motherfuckers. They're harassing you. Somebody's examining your proof. This is a coward. A poser and a doppelganger. Hacking. Okay? Controlling. This is a know-it-all. You dodged bullets. These people are broken. There's much more to it. I was picking up this person's involved. They got other people involved that are also involved in organized crime. They made false promises to these people if they can come and help them hack your things, keep an eye on you, try to get you, try to do black magic, cults, coven, secret societies. I'll pay you when I get the money, whatever this is. Now they're busy trying to dodge these bullets because everybody's coming towards them going, where's my money? Huh? Where's my money, bitch? Pay me my money, bitch. I want my money, okay? Before the organized crime people get their money, I want my fucking money. That's what you should be saying. I don't think so. Pay me first. I think that the divine is going to make sure that you get what's yours, and they're going to get what's theirs. Ego check in reverse, crown getting played, shadow and grudge. You could have said that you were playing games with them, but this is puppet master. They thought they were the most brilliant, masterful puppet master in the world, pulling the strings from the darkness, right? Nobody can see me. This is the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain here. Good for you. Thank you, Spirit. This could be you or somebody else, male or female. Place the genders where it belongs. This is the energy of speaking some truths here. Very astute, discerning, wise, intelligent, and intuitive. Seen it all, went through it all. Not going to mince words. Not going to suffer fools gladly. Speaking the truth, setting boundaries, and cutting them out. It is what it is. You could be a speaker, a professional. This could be you or someone else. Like I said, you see things from a higher perspective. And you're not going to fucking... Yeah, this is devil energy, overarching energy. Bound. Contract, taxes, obsessions, addictions, codependency, wanting power and control in their ego. Started with ego. This is ego. Bound. They tried to hang something on you, attach something. It could be an attachment. Or they have an attachment. Or they tried to bind this storyline as to who you were. Like attach this false narrative onto you. It's a third-party situation that got involved. In this deck, we have two lovers cards, okay? It's a contract here. A third party could have tried to insert themselves, very toxic and karmic, by the way, into a contract or a relationship. Now, this is same-sex, this card. The other card is monogamous. There could be some same-sex stuff going on, or it's just a decision. You've used your higher wisdom and you ascended here. You made the right choice. It's all about choices, by the way. You foresaw what this was, or they were plotting and planning. This could be somebody at a distance. You foresaw this. You're moving forward. Somebody's preparing or prepared to move forward with something. You're not looking back. They were plotting and planning something. You're not looking back. You're not going back. You're moving forward. Somebody at a distance. Taking action. New passion, opportunities, growth, and expansion. Passionate love. They're plotting and planning to get you in bed again. This could be trafficking. You let them go. Before they could take action against you with their plots and plans, you let them go. Hiding and cloaking here. They were hiding a lot. You saw them and you dropped them. This is somebody that doesn't like to be on their own. Yeah. They were hiding quite a lot, whatever this is. Yeah, they're immature and insincere and childish. Insincere. Having an emotional outburst, feeling rejected and abandoned. They have abandonment issues. This is somebody that's really, they were doing magic. This is somebody that's very, very evil. They didn't want you having a new beginning. Having an emotional outburst. They don't care. They're not sorry for what they've done. This is a pleasure. Yeah, this is player energy. Playing around here. An opportunist. Sleeping around for money. They went around saying that about you, possibly, that you slept around for money. It's an opportunist. Wow. They're not sorry for what they said. They didn't want you having a new beginning because you left them. You're stable and secure. Something to do with money. Somebody's speaking some truths here. I don't know. You got to pay something. You get paid for speaking. Maybe you did something. You're speaking about it. This is a professional or something. They need a lawyer. You cutting through the bullshit here. You're speaking your truth or somebody else's. And somebody's cringing now. They were malicious, ruthless, and cruel and careless with you. Emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature, self-serving, self-absorbed. Somebody's drinking all the time and in their feels. They can't control their feels while you were in a relationship with them. There we go. They used you and abused you, okay? Now they're going through a dark night of the soul. I don't know if they're going through a dark night of the soul. I'm really picking up, this was a relationship. You put your past hurts behind you, or they want you to put your past hurts behind you. They could have said you were emotionally, mentally unstable. That's why they got into this relationship, to abuse you, because they were getting paid. You're quite balanced here. They want to reconcile with you. Put some past hurts behind. 5-5. No, that's 5-5. It adds to a 5. They can claim that they want to reconcile. You're balanced. You're healthy. You transmute and alchemize. You healed your heart. This is blessing in disguise for you, or they want forgiveness. They talk shit about you. They verbally, mentally, emotionally, psychologically abused you. Yeah. They don't have a choice here. You saw through the illusions. All that glitters isn't gold. You're not confused. You're quite healthy. You don't sleep around. They did. They're running out of viable options. They didn't want you having any options in life. This is conflict, competition, jealousy, strife, and drama. There's a lot of people involved. They're all fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another here. This isn't love. They don't want you having a new beginning. They don't want you to be loved. They don't want you having happiness or peace. Yeah, they didn't want anybody investing in you. They were just draining you. So what happened was you found out they had lots of lovers. They were slutting around. They left you no choice, okay? Because you're well-addressed, addressed. What was that? What the hell? I was almost saying something. Anyways, you're well-adjusted. You're healthy. You're balanced. You take care of yourself. You don't want anybody. You don't want to sleep with their people, right? They left you no choice but to move on, okay? That you're not going to be an option. You knew this wasn't love. And you left before they could fucking steal from you or something like that. End of the road, can't go any further. They spent all the money before they could get the money. They borrowed this money from elsewhere, right? Now they have to relocate. This is, you get what you give. They didn't want anybody. Now they don't want anybody investing in you. How dare you? Yeah, the Empress. They didn't invest in the Empress. Divine feminine energy, male or female. They didn't want to stop doing what they were doing here. They can't unalive you. So they got paid to unalive you. They took the money, but they didn't do the job. Law and order stepping in. Somebody's speaking the truth. They investigate a situation. This could be you or Archangel Michael. This is a permanent, profound ending for somebody. You're online. Somebody sees you online. They're feeling some kind of way. You could be talking about this online here. Okay? They rejected you or they're feeling rejected. All they can do is watch you from afar. Somebody's got curious. They wanted to know why. Why? What's going on here? They wanted the fast people, the fast life. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They were bored and dissatisfied with life. Yeah, they're hurt. They're moping here because the magic didn't work. They're waiting for the magic to go. They're impatient. Why do I have to fucking wait? Now, there's a lot of lies, illusions, deception, manipulation, or they're involved with corruption. Wearing a mask. They don't have all the resources they need. It didn't work. Okay? There. Justice is stepping in. It's a balancing of the scales. It is a wrecking. It is karma. This could have been you left suddenly. They don't know what to do. There was no contingency plans. They can't move forward. They're trying to block you. Who doesn't know what to do? They're afraid to make a decision. The courts have blocked them. I don't know what this says. Justice is blocking them now. This could be the blocking the police, blocking your forward motion. You're still moving forward. This could be authorities moving, traveling, trying to block you from traveling, moving forward. Radical acceptance. You need to take accountability. This is the Chariot. This is victory. Universally driven. You're moving forward. You overcame whatever this is. This is a false contract for a car, maybe. Somebody's not working. Authorities might be coming in because somebody could be stealing your intellectual property. Stealing, trying to build off of your intellectual property, off your energy, off your money. False contracts. Gold digger, cloud chaser. Somebody's not cooperating here. Not getting along with others. This is lazy. Don't want to put the work in and disrespectful. Whatever this is, it's not working. Now they're worried. There's change here. They're really, really worried. They can't eat or sleep. They're burdened. This was a crime. They abused you. They endangered others. Somebody's a hothead here. This is recklessness. Somebody in the crowd could have known what was happening, and they were fence sitters. They just sat there and watched what happened, grabbed their popcorn and didn't bother calling the police or telling you or warning you or stopping it. Yep, High Priestess here. They kept quiet about a crime, about abuse that was going on. You could be a reader. You're out in the public eye, or they are. You don't say much, but you observe. And this is a deep knowing. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. You're out in the public eye, maybe reading, or you're watching readers online. There's a lot of secrecy going on here, okay? Doing something publicly. You're not taking on other people's burdens here. You're unburdened. They have to drop something or let something go. They were bragging or showing off. They're going to lose their job, or something they did didn't work. They misappropriated funds. What the fuck? This is not their work. They wanted your crown. They don't want you working. You're going to drop this. Let this go. You're not obligated. Somebody's no longer working with this person. Somebody's greedy and selfish. They were holding back and greedy. Yeah, they wanted power and control. Try to protect themselves right now. Okay. They might be going to jail. 8-8. They're stuck. Trapped. They're trying to restrict you and your work. Somebody's stuck in their head. This is self-imposed. They might be going to jail here. They're trying to bind you or attach something to you. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. This is a bully. Okay, a tyrant. They're in their ego. They're very proud. Very prideful. Arrogant. Aggressive. They bent to public pressure. Had no authority, lost authority, or abused their authority. Male or female. Very distorted. They have an image to uphold. Corruption. This is, you remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. You put a cap on that cup of love. That's unconditional love. Because charity begins at home, right? You're not going to give of yourself if it's not reciprocal or if it's dangerous. You could be a mother. You don't have to be. This is a shit father, baby father. It doesn't have to be. Okay? Can be male, female, doesn't matter. But you're loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, and mature. And what guided you through this is your intuition. You're very intuitive. You're very generous of spirit and soul. You know, you're there to help people. You're very patient with people and loving, but enough is enough. You could have said you were involved in corruption, but you're innocent. They tried to get you involved in corruption. Oh, they wanted to. Oh my gosh. Whatever this was, they were planning on maybe kidnapping and moving you from one place to another for special reasons, if you know what I'm saying. Somebody's a fool. You have a new life here. You're innocent. You thought you were a fool. You're not going back. You took a leap of faith. You're not going back to the past here. You're standing your ground. You're divinely protected and guided here. This fool feels like a fool for trying to block you here because you had the advantage. Yes, you did. You're stable and secure, by the way. You're hardworking, abundant, and generous. They wanted you to fight. I don't know. Somebody's a fool. Yeah, they're blocked. Blocked from their home. Fight. Somebody's non-committal. This is losing their home, their business, their stability. There's no redemption. The party's over. Somebody's trying to balance something out, making a head over heart decision, weighing options. They try to destabilize you, but you're quite balanced and in alignment here because they wanted to hold on to something that was yours. They were greedy and selfish, hold you back maybe. Somebody was juggling. They were non-committal. You're not fighting for them at all. Fuck that. Okay? You're moving on. You're stable and secure. Somebody is really greedy and selfish, holding you back. They don't want to let go of you. You're protected here. This financial ruin, spiritual jail. They try to ruin you. They want to come back in from out of the cold and be your friend or your lover again. But under guises, this is a ruse again. They're trying to protect themselves because, I don't know, in the past they tried to ruin you. They sent a love bomber towards you. A friend or something. They're coming with an offer of some sort. Now they want to support you. Or they want to come back in so you can support them. Yeah, they sent a love bomber to take you out. I can't make this up. They did too much here, okay? But you put up some boundaries. You overcame, persevered, put up boundaries. You're very protected, by the way. They're paranoid. They're paranoid. They are scared. This is the wounded warrior. You fought many battles in your life, and you're not afraid to fight another. You know exactly who fucking did this. You know exactly what they were doing. There's a lot of emotional wounding. They're paranoid here. They're really resentful, I heard, but they're very defensive. They try to sacrifice you. They're stuck. They're trapped. They're trying to bide some time or something. They don't want to let go. They don't want to let go. They don't want anybody to know. There's no illumination here. They can't overcome this. They didn't think you could overcome this. They wanted you trapped or something like that, having a life of degradation, of poverty. They didn't think much of you. So they wanted to go elsewhere, or you left. Or when you left, you left them trapped. Somebody was a gold digger and a cloud chaser, greedy, selfish, and jealous and lazy, not knowing their worth or their value. Or they didn't see your worth and value at one point. That's too bad. You wanted to steal a large amount of money here. No more long-term stability. Family discord. They're going to lose everything. They wound up with a gold digger or something. Now, see, this is the hetero. So this is karmic situation, lessons learned, false contracts. They're going to lose everything. It's a one-sided deal. It's a lesson they didn't want to learn. So now they made some poor decisions. They need to face up to what they've done. Take on the consequences. They scapegoated you. This is a family or a group or a community going down. Somebody's not happy because you're innocent. You're getting your flowers. Oh, dear. Somebody's, I don't know. It's happening right now. A home wrecker. Somebody's a home wrecker. It's just nothing but a karmic. Yeah, parting ways. Scapegoated you. Spreading gossip about you. Parting ways with a third party, friend group, cult, coven, secret society. They're not happy. There will be no reconciling. Yeah, Hobag, right there. Magic, Hobag doing magic. Somebody's jealous, angry, abusive. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. They so really wanted you to look unstable. This is a financial crime. This is somebody that's unstable and insecure, greedy, and selfish. No integrity, loyalty, or honesty here. They can't be alone. They're afraid. They're trying to intimidate you. They're afraid of the truth coming out. This is you having a new beginning. You spoke the truth, okay? You saw clearly what was going on here. You're speaking the truth online. Ending a cycle to be a new one. Lessons learned. They're heartbroken because you dumped them. They're embarrassed and disgraced because they were giving and receiving with other people or getting paid by your family in the past. I don't know. Something to do with paternity. They keep something under wraps to keep you in the dark about something that they were stealing your money. Yeah, this is a poser, a player, I don't know, or a warlock, lying, cheating, and or stealing. They had no authority to do this. This is a tower moment. This is a glutton, okay? They no wish fulfillment, putting on an act like they are you, partying all the time, a lot of secrets, lies, and deception in the background, wanting to be a star, right? I don't think so. Judging you. So they made you a star, made you famous or popular. People know that you're an inspiration because they were shit-talking you. So everybody looked you up and loved you. Now they can't go anywhere, okay? They're out of control here. They're in hot water. So they wanted to tear you down. It's something to do with online or something like that. And they made you popular. They wanted to be popular like that, like you. They wanted to be, I don't know. This is fucking, sorry. They need an ego check here, okay? Unmasking motives. Now, ego check is in reverse. You could be very humble. And in your humbleness, you're unmasking their motives. Some people's true motives begin to surface. It's going to be humbling to them. They need to take a break. Yeah. Somebody got played. They were playing Puppet Master. This copycat here. Yeah. They know they effed up. Oh, I'd say they did. They're being investigated. Somebody's looking for something. Ideas. They're getting their ideas from you. Copying your work. Something like that. Or they got this bright idea that made you look bad because you hurt them in their pride. I don't know. They wanted your crown. Fucking around with your crown chakra, or they wanted to be crowned as the best, the owner, the master, top level, right? They're in their shadow, doing stuff in the dark. The other side, coexist, reverse side. So, listen, if you're dabbling in black magic and, petitioning deities on that side and voodoo, hoodoo, whatever you're doing, okay? If there's a dark side, there's a light side. If the devil exists, damn well that God exists, okay? They didn't believe that. Somebody's holding a grudge. Somebody's committed to doing this dark stuff so you can stay there. You're committed to the devil. You're going to be the devil's bitch, okay? Guaranteed. He never pulls through with his promises. Oh, yeah. Look at history. He never produces. Promises a lot, but he never, ever follows through with his promises. It's just one big disappointment. What can I say? And if you think he's going to make you a lieutenant and you're going to be doing stuff together down there in hell, wherever they are, in Tartarus, you got another thing coming. It's all illusions. The devil sells illusions. Angels, where are we going with this, please? Thank you. 5 of Swords. Willing to do whatever it takes. Just carry me through life. I say, oh boy, take me over there. Somebody wanted to be carried their whole life. Wanted to be royalty. God, the highest being. Desire to know, the acquisition of wisdom. They're not very wise. They could be using your ideas and other people's ideas. God. They want to know how you know. Yeah, they're lying, cheating, and or stealing there. Here we go. Manical 66. God nurturing and maintaining everything. Knowledge of good and evil. Appeases divine anger. And cures epilepsy. There's a death. Unalive. Right here. Time is up for somebody. They tried to take you out. They were willing to do whatever it took to get their way. Even take you out. There you go. Time is up. There's an investigation. God, the end of the universe. There's nowhere in this universe that they could go. And there's nothing they could do within this universe that God wouldn't see or hear or know. They're boneheads. Okay? Endings and rebirth influences health and longevity. They were trying to affect your health or infect you, or I don't know, say that you had bad health. I don't know what this is. They're on their way out. Somebody's a fool. They're a liar. Playing Cupid, lying to people. Maybe trying to be you, make me set you up somehow. I don't know, Behua, the fool, you're innocent. So there's a lot of manipulation here. This is conscious awareness. You're co-creating with the divine. You alchemize and transmute, and you're manifesting something beautiful. You will be taking action here. Or they showed intent. They took some sort of action towards trying to end you. And it can't be disputed now in a court of law. They got caught, okay? So the exalting God, will and new beginnings, assists with difficult and great undertakings. Ten of Pentacles is all up for this money. Your family could be involved too. Justice, wow, I love it. So we have 36 as investigation, Manakel and Manadel. Honorable God, inner and outer work helps one keep their job and protects against disasters. And justice for the Queen of Pentacles, male or female. Who's online? Page of Swords, good news. You're doing magic online. There's a lot of secrecy online, watching you, spying on you. They're going to jail. They're going to jail, okay? They're trying to bind you for money. This is all for money, opportunists. They're stealing your money. If you work online, they're stealing your money. And trying to look like they're the big kahuna. Okay, you're getting justice. It's beautiful. It's 18. They're lying, cheating, and or stealing. They're fearful here. They're hiding a lot. They can't hide this anymore. The invocable God, justice makes truth known in court, causes innocence to prevail. Queen of Pentacles, you know your value and your worth, okay? The Queen of Value, or the King. You're down to earth. You're very loving, nurturing. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty, and you're a hard worker. You're abundant. You're generous. Independent. And this is 55, so get ready for change, okay? It's profound change. Pardon me. The eternal God. Intellectual lucidity provides consolation and compensations. They're going to have to compensate you. They could have been stealing your work, making you look somehow online. I don't know. Secretly doing stuff online. Trying to get you arrested. Trying to make you look like you have an arrest record, a criminal record, all for money. So this emperor, look at this, betrayed you. Or this emperor is going to betray them. Take it for whatever that is. All eyes are on them. This was a partnership. I'm sorry you went through that. In some ways I can relate. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling certain energies that I had to deal with in the past in these cards. I'm not saying it's the same people, but it's the same type of energies, okay? And they're nasty, and it's not nice. And having to deal with them, even when you're decompressing and healing, your emotions run the gamut. But just know you are healing, and you have to run through these emotions over and over again. Like narcissistic abuse. You have to more or less... You can't avoid the emotions. I mean, you could, but if you do, you're never going to heal. Okay? You have to normalize it in a way. I know it's true. It's traumatic and it hurts, but if you're in a safe place with safe people, you can. It can be done. No, of course it can, and the sooner the better. Okay, don't. I know you don't have to listen to me. I'm not a doctor or therapist, but the quicker you deal with any emotional distress or pain and or abuse, the better. Okay, so they don't have power over you any longer. You're not suffering anymore than you already have. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a lot. It's a lot of work there. Okay? You can do it, though. I love you. Sending you a great deal of love. How are we ending this, please, Spirit? Yeah. A young woman, you or someone else? Feeling sad, melancholy? Somebody, so a young woman might have passed and somebody's missing them. This was somebody's constant companion or something like that. They're no more. Constancy's in reverse. Or this is a young woman that did this, had something to do with this, and they were doing something continuously against you, and now it's no more. You're wearing red. I don't know. Maybe it's a little floozy. Or maybe, okay. Okay, since you, maybe if you're female, since you were, or you could be a young man too, but ever since you were younger, they called you a whore. Yeah, something to do with a room. Somebody's over. So it's an empty room here. Somebody's finding themselves on their own. Somebody needs outside validations in an audience here. You're not in despair. You're good. You're good on your own. They were doing something constantly against you. They wanted you to feel sad for yourself. They wanted you to take yourself out. I don't know what they were trying to do. You're not in despair. Bye-bye. Sounds like you're healing. Or you healed. I mean, do we really heal 100%? I don't know. Yeah, there's a message coming. About fortune. Oh, somebody's not showing off anymore. They're trying to hide. Or they're trying to hide you, or they're trying to hide a message. This could be registered mail that was supposed to come to you. Nobody signed for it. Somebody forged or stole your mail. A postman or post office worker could be involved. Somebody's trying to hide something. Somebody's bragging. They're no longer bragging. Something to do with a wedding. They got together with you. Either they married you or they got together with you in a relationship. You could be living together to steal from you. But before they could do that, you left. And they can't brag anymore. Soldier in reverse. They couldn't unalive you. This is a hitman or hit woman I just heard. Could be past military. I don't know. They couldn't unalive you. But they took the money. I knew it. So they're committed to this. They committed themselves to this. They couldn't cause you any, because you're a servant of God, they couldn't cause you any misfortune. Damn. They took the money. This was an enemy and you knew it. There's hope here. Hope for what? That you're not happy. Because you're a sweetheart. Oh, they're not happy here. Because you always had hope. They're not happy because you're a sweetheart and everybody sees that you're a sweetheart. Male or female. Or they're hoping that people still see them as a sweetheart. Yeah, this is pleasure seekers. And their friends. Their friends see you as a sweetheart. They always did, I heard. So their friends no longer want to talk to them anymore. Conversations in reverse. Wow. So some of their friends now knows the truth. They didn't report it. They're feeling bad. I don't know what's going to happen here. Something to do with a child. Oh, a child got lost in the... So was that like a child? Consolation. And a house. It could be a childhood home, something to do with this. A childhood home. Somebody had a child. Okay, so they got together with a third party that wanted to be you, tried to be you. There's a lot going on here. This third party wanted stability, so they got pregnant for stability. They got the consolation prize. They got the the consolation prize. They got the booby prize. They're stuck with a home, maybe a mortgage. They took money to unalive you. They couldn't produce it. You're still alive. Something's going on here. Could be property they stole. I don't know. I'm sorry it's all over the place. I really tried today. I think I'm just going to give it up. Till tomorrow. I love you guys. Until next time, take care.